Ah, there you
Yeah.
go.
So generic female human head.
All right.
She doesn't have.
Rudge, you're gonna keep your helmet on, Rudge? All right.
Oh, yeah. We've run into trouble with showing our faces in the past, so we have a bit of a disdain towards doing such a thing to people we've just met. Especially if they're new business associates.
I understand. I am a mutant of some sort, as I'm sure that you have seen. So I understand your concern with such things, but I assure you that I mean you no harm, whatever your face might look. And he sort of like studies you, Willow, as you pull your helmet down, and kind of taps his tongue across like one of his teeth and says, "Right. So you're looking to get something in the enlistment office."
Yes, we've been. Well, before we discuss that, I have to ask, what is your business exactly? You seem to be on the counterculture of this place.
A bit of this, a bit of that. That is to say, myself and my companions, we look for things.
What is your association with the coalition?
Sometimes we deal with them in our business. It's unavoidable in this area.
So you're able to do business with them without them shooting you on sight?
Yes, we are, thankfully, my level of mutation is considered legal by them. I am allowed to live.
Is it based on your looks alone or abilities?
A bit of both. Not particularly. Just a little, few tricks.
How do they go about determining your threat level or legality?
I don't know their exact procedures, but their scientists in various places have ways of testing people, and as us less than human people are not afforded as many freedoms.
Were you born this way, or no offense to you?
Yes.
Okay.
As were my companions.
Well, now Rudge is showing off. My turn too, I guess.
You're gonna
Like right in front of him. Yep.
He kind of says, curious. I have never seen anyone looking like the two of you before.
Yeah, we've heard that several times, yeah.
Very interesting.
So I'm very interested to actually discuss more about what you do, because you seem to have a position that is very valuable to us, actually. More valuable than I would normally like to admit, but seeing as time may be of the essence, seeing as this whole campaign of unity thing may be knocking on our footsteps before long. The job we were asked to do was to get some information off the director's computer in the CIE.
And you're doing this for pay?
Or information. So yes, payment. It's the payment for information.
Curious.
We are not from here, obviously. We are from a ways away, but the Coalition shadow is reaching further and further these days. And it's time we learned about what their intentions are to make sure we don't have to worry. The information that we need is valuable and unfortunately out of our pay range, as we are not normal purveyors of credits. So it was a sort of barter.
Take it you come from parts unknown to such civilized things?
Yes.
Maybe no offense.
Quite unknown, actually.
I imagine.
For all practical purposes, we're nobody, but it doesn't mean we're not in somebody's way.
Yes, you are wise to be cautious in this city. The regulations of the Coalition is not quite as stringent as they are further east, but still, if you aren't careful, you end up, well, in a cell at the very least. And he kind of like does the whole finger guns thing.
Based on what we've learned, a cell would not be where they'd put us. The ground is a more likely location.
They might want to study you. I've heard they do that sort of thing down in the Lone Star complex. I'm sure you've heard of it. Do they now? Well, I would say you shouldn't count on getting that back. Good luck. The Lone Star complex is a fortress swarming with all sorts of Coalition officers and personnel, but well, that's none of my business. I wish you luck if you try and do it. Would be something to see.
Well, your talents are quite, we'll say, interesting to us.
Yes.
You...
To the matter at hand. Yes.
You, well, no, actually, this is actually going along that same subject. When my friend mentions that we will attempt to get his technology back, it's not empty boasts or jests. We're quite capable individuals.
I surmised as much.
We both come from great empires. While not accessible currently, we do understand what true force is. And this little rock of a planet, this dirt ball floating through space, is quite unimpressive compared to what we're used to. And while currently we are a bit down on our luck, shall you say, we are well on our way to becoming more than a minor inconvenience if need be. But to the matter at hand.
I wish you luck in that endeavor. But for this job, if I understand what I'm getting at, you are capable, but your situation makes it troublesome to go about something like this.
Correct.
Myself and my companions could do this job for you. We would, of course, have to do it for some amount of compensation. Life as a mercenary does not get you much if you do everything for free. Right. But given your interesting tales and your forthcomingness, I think that we could give you a sizable discount from our usual rate. How much can you afford?
Do you remember how much it was supposed to cost for this mission? I'm like,
so I want to say for the information that you negotiated, it was like 150,000 credits or something like that.
That sounds about right, give or take.
It was over 100,000 credits.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm remembering. Well, credits is not exactly our strong suit, as I have mentioned. And while that may not be enough for a delicate situation like this, I do have perhaps another way to assist you in, say, lowering the cost, perhaps earning another discount. I've noticed that you have many weapons and arms here. I could repair them to near perfect quality in a very short amount of time, probably while you're doing the job, actually. I will take, just like, if like I'll say, may I see your knife?
He pulls it out and hands it over.
And is there like any marring? yeah, actually that's a good idea. Well, no, because she can't break that. She's not that strong. She'll. The dagger probably, yeah. Actually no, she'll heat it up and actually just like bend the blade. And then she'll use her power to basically just repair it back the way it was.
Interesting.
Yeah. I can do this with just about all of your metallic items. And I'm also quite a talented engineer, so anything, electronic or mechanical I could fix as well.
No, we don't buy into that sort of thing. But this is a interesting proposition. I would say we go with 10,000 credits for the job to cover any thing we might expend whilst doing it, and you give our equipment here a little bit of a polishing. You say it does not take long?
No. I can do it over the course of a short evening.
I assume that you want this job done as quickly as possible so you can get your information.
No need to rush it, but yes, quick is definitely better than not. Precisely.
Not to worry. Me and my companions are professionals. We can... I will say this. We will see about your job, and I expect we should be able to finish it before the night is out. If something comes up, then we will finish it by tomorrow. Not an ambition. The enlistment office is not particularly secure for those who have the right tools.
I suppose they've been in there more than one time.
There is information in there that is sought after by many in the town. But say we okay, yeah, takes it. Says we will wait a couple of hours for you to perform your work on our weapons here, and then we'll set out. You may stay here, and we will return with news later this evening.
Sounds good.
All right. So you're going to just do your metal bending thing on the.
Yep, she'll use her like metal like her metal manipulation powers just in general to repair anything metal wise, and anything mechanical or electronic she'll tune up if she can as well with her general engineering skills and whatnot.
Yeah. So not all of their stuff is metal. A lot of it is ceramic.
Which is why I was thinking if they have electronics or anything.
Yeah, there's some electronic stuff that you can like fiddle with, and it's seen a bit of wear and tear. It's in fairly good condition, but you are able to repair some of it just like by virtue of your abilities that wouldn't otherwise be able to be fixed outside of like a professional,
like a fabrication shop or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's nice. It pretty much make them almost mint condition again.
Perfect.
So after you're done with that, he says, very impressive. Very impressive indeed. I have to ask, and feel no need to answer, but this gift of yours, is it magical or psychic in nature?
Neither.
Yeah, you guys I assume you're just sitting in the shack there.
Neither. It's an innate ability that's a rare ability amongst my people. I would consider it more of a supernatural power of sorts. There's no direct countering to it or interruption of it, so I don't believe it's magical or psionic from my understanding.
Curious.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for indulging.
Yeah, it's information
just curiosity, as I said. You could roll perception.
Oh no. Yeah, I mean, out of game, I fully plan that's what's happening. That's why we'll.
That's funny. So like as you're watching him, you notice he definitely like gives you sort of a weird expression, or like when that sort of topic comes up, and like when you guys showed your faces and he was like studying them, it's hard to place exactly. Like it seems a little bit more than curiosity. It's like almost his desire for the knowledge is almost more like a thirst.
Yeah, it's more like a fanatical obsession almost.
Yeah.
He just wants to gather information.
He's just very fascinated by it.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
I will compliment their assortment of gear actually.
Yeah, it's a pretty good setup for like
based on
operatives.
Yeah, based on what you like said, Willow will definitely like while she's cleaning stuff, she'll mention how like certain weapons are perfectly balanced, or how certain items have a very niche way of performing perfectly.
It has taken some time to build up this collection.
It's quite impressive. I do believe that in the future, even after this, we will have business, assuming everything goes well. You seem like someone that can be counted on, and I hope I'm not wrong on that front.
We can speak more of it once the mission is complete.
Well, I'm done here, so there's your equipment, and...
Yep, so his two companions come in, and they sort of like he sort of fills them in on the job, and they get their equipment. He also introduces the two of them. They are Diego and Rafael. So they get like geared up. They bring most of their like weapons and like sort of gadgets and stuff, and leave a little sort of like box of like extra ammo and their bedrolls here.
Now I have to ask, are you going for like a Ninja Turtles thing here?
Maybe a little bit.
No, I picked up on it pretty quickly, and I was excited. I was like, this is a really good idea, because I've wanted to do something like that too, in Rifts even, actually. I just never got around.
It wasn't a planned thing, exactly. It just kind of happened.
Yep. But no, what I was going to say is if there's any, like, we'll say, like, big scratches on any of the armor or the weapons that maybe has, like, a story behind it, just looking at it, you know? Willow would definitely have left that marking, but strengthened, like, the metal behind it.
Okay, yeah.
So that way, like, you know, if they want to have, like, their own personal touch to a suit of armor or something.
Yeah, the aesthetic battle scars.
Yeah, and she would definitely explain that.
Do see a couple of big scratches on their stuff.
Yeah. Like, they seemed like they had a story, so I didn't repair them.
Yep. And that's fair. Yeah, so once they get all ready,
She does. She's been learning. Like, well, the thing is, like, Titanus does that kind of stuff. Like, Titanus has, like, full-on, like, he has a suit of crushed-ass armor that she hasn't repaired yet. Because that's when he got fucking wrecked by that big-ass bull demon thing. So there's definitely, like, she understands that, like, warriors have a sort of a value in their armor, because that's all they really care about. So... Which is something Rudge would probably just finally notice, that she's actually starting to try and... No, I don't want to be human. They're awful. They are literally the worst. Humans had one planet, look what they did to it.
Alright, so once they're ready, yeah, and then do you guys give them the 10,000 for their pay?
About half now, half later.
Alright, yep.
And if they need like a little bit more to cover costs, then yeah, we'll give them more.
Yeah, Miguel sort of shrugs and says, that is pretty standard for work like this, so... Perfectly alright. And he sort of salutes and says, until we meet again. Expect us by the morning at the latest.
Sounds good. See you then.
Alright, so they slink out and vanish into the night. Alright, so what are you guys gonna do in the meantime?
Okay, Rudge, you should like scour this place like top to bottom. Yep. Since but while you're doing that, Willow hasn't slept in a while, so she's gonna take like a power nap.
Okay. Yeah.
Because she's been the one staying up for a lot of stuff. So
sounds good. So, what are you looking for exactly?
Nothing. I just feel like if, in all honesty, looking for cameras and sensors.
All right.
Seeing if they're spying on us while we're here.
Give me a perception roll, sensor man. Do
you have jamming equipment yet? Jamming equipment?
Yeah, pretty sure you did buy a jammer.
Hey. You should turn that shit on so that way if there is cameras or something, it scrambles it.
All right. Yeah. So you don't see any cameras or anything like that. Do you look inside their little like bundle of like stuff? Okay. General like camping stuff. They got their like bedrolls that they sort of rolled up into the corner to get out of your way. Unless you still want to use them as a chair, in which case they don't.
He's probably still using them.
If you're still sitting on them, we'll just leave them there. But and then yeah, their other stuff is like extra ammo, like Eclipse and stuff. A couple of like grenades, some medical supplies. But yeah, you don't see any spy cameras or anything like that.
Just thinking, he said this is their temporary abode. One of the things I'm curious about is, I want to make sure they didn't kill somebody to take this house, and then they're just using it as a place to store us. Because if I was evil and was going to sell somebody out, I would tell them to wait in a location for a period of time, and that period would be an illegal location. I take a nap. I need to get some rest. So sounds good. Be safe.
All right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick for the next phase.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing.
All right. I'm back, if either of you are here. Hello?
Yo. I am first back.
That you are.
How's the quarantine thing treating you, the pandemic?
Oh, it's. I mean, it's fine. I don't really like go outside.
Yeah, so did you get laid off, did you say?
Yeah, still looking for a job, so that's
Okay.
the worst part.
Yeah. Have you got any interviews or anything, or is it just...
I've had a couple. One in person, couple of video interviews, some good number of phone interviews. Got another phone interview tomorrow for someplace.
Nice.
See. Yep. Someplace incorporated.
Well, good luck.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm getting bored sitting around here. I have a lot of time for it. Right now, at least. All right, so Rudge, you're going around to just kind of walk around the area. All right. How far away are you gonna go, and like how long are you gonna walk around for? Okay. Like doing a circle around the place? Okay. Yeah, so you wander around the sort of cluster of buildings of the Shack Stack hotel and area. You hear a little bit of like, sort of rowdiness from the hotel, the ground floor. Bit of music playing, like acoustic guitar. And there isn't really that many people out and about. You see a couple of like lights of like hover cycles flying through the air above. The occasional like beam of like a spotlight cast on the ground by one of them, but none of them sort of come close to where you are. It seems like the cycles that you saw earlier were just probably the start of like a nighttime like patrol pattern. Pretty peaceful. Well, go back inside and
Start shooting at them.
Are you going to rest for the sleep? All right. Yep. Zero is keeping watch. All right. So, and then Willow, are you doing your full 4 hours of sleep?
Yeah, assuming Rudge doesn't wake her up or anything.
Okay. So, where did you even get that? All right. So I need Zero to make a perception roll, and then Rudge and Willow to make one at like -4. No, that's from your intelligence at your level. I don't remember. You would know better than that than me. 18. What about Willow?
That's it. 17.
Okay, yeah, sorry, I missed that. All right. So you guys both, again, freaking really close to each other again. So you both wake up a couple hours later. Willow, this is like almost at the end of your sleep cycle, so it's probably like a little less than 4 hours after you went down. So like, or like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., something like that.
Usual wake up time.
Yeah. And you wake up to the sound of like this sort of humming coming from outside, and then a sound that you're quite familiar with, Willow, which is like this sort of of like heavy robotics moving. At first you think, oh, that's part of my dream.
Oh, she wakes up so pumped.
It's like, oh, there's a robot. Wait, what?
Last I checked, nuh-uh. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Rudge. She's gonna like smack Rudge. Yep. I hear a robot. Like 79. While that is an entirely fair point, and we can discuss that at length later, current situation is I think it's right outside.
So you hear a couple of like ding, 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 and the like cracks all around this like rickety shack just are illuminated by like super bright floodlights from every direction. And you hear a voice on the intercom, or on intercom say, anyone in the shack, drop your weapons and come out slowly with your hands up, or we will open fire. You're pretty sure it's your shack, given that they've got like a 360 like spotlight coverage of it.
Yeah. No, because this shack is just by itself, right? It's not. This isn't the Shack Stack Hotel.
No, it's like on the outskirts of like a cluster of shacks. So, yeah, you're not directly adjacent to any other building.
Let me take it.
And you guys are right down here.
Yeah.
You're like right here.
Well, I have. Yeah, I feel like we're in a situation where we're gonna have to just go out there. I mean, I have one like Hail Mary distraction idea, but I don't think it's good enough to get us out of this. And that is that my drone that is circling does have 4 missiles. They are short range, so they're mini missiles, so they're only a mile range. Can shoot it further than that, but no accuracy, and I don't want to hurt civilians. So I could just launch them at the big ass wall, and maybe that'll take some of the forces away enough for us to escape. But we're in the dead center of town. We're not escaping without being followed perfectly. All right.
Hey, can we see your passport?
Your level of optimism. Yeah, I'm totally gonna have my passport in my hand.
That's some admirable optimism.
Yeah, it is. Well, it was like, oh, they probably just want to see our passport, and she'll like hold it up. Yep. Well, I guess we're walking out.
So you guys are gonna walk out with your hands up and your fake passports.
Yep.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yep. Totally wearing Yep.
Oh, that's hilarious. All right, so you guys step out.
Oh, speak Americano.
It's so great. You've got Mexican.
I know. Like the languages I speak do not fit this at all.
They're illegal immigrants.
Yep.
Get 'em.
Yeah. I speak English, German, and Spanish. I speak Spanish. Holy shit! 98%.
Yeah, that's. No, hablo inglés.
Yep. That's exactly what's going on.
All right, so you guys slowly walk out. Are you gonna actually leave your guns on inside, or are you just gonna have them
No.
holstered?
They're holstered.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, sure. Inside, technically correct.
Here, take my gun too.
Just in case.
Yeah, because like I mean I'm armed
Yeah,
on myself, so
it's a good call.
yeah. Like while you have it open, Will just chucks hers in there. It's like, oh yeah, this one too.
All right.
Probably swings up the side of him a little bit.
So you guys step outside, and you're like kind of blinded by the spotlights as you do from like a variety of different locations. But with your sort of vision compensation stuff, you're able to make out so there are 4 suits of like power armor flying in sort of like a diamond formation around you in the sky with like big guns. And there are a total of 12 of these like really creepy looking like skeletal robots kind of like lined up in this sort of semicircle around the front door with like
robots,
rifles and stuff. And you know, they look like just the most evil thing you could possibly make a robot, like skeletal with like black metal and glowing red eyes.
Yeah, I mean the Skelelots are pretty fucking.
They're just so evil looking.
Yeah, especially if you use like the later books where like they like redid the design, they just look awful.
They made them even more evil looking. Yeah, I don't really like the updated design.
Yeah, I hate the updated design.
They look a little bit. They just look like demons.
They have too cartoony.
Yeah,
that's the new ones.
Yeah, I like the original one in the Ultimate Edition.
Yep.
I think there's a picture of a Skelebot in there something.
Yeah, I mean it's because they started doing a comic book line. So, yeah.
And in the center of the 6 or the dozen Skelebots, there is a big old robot. Well, a pretty small robot.
That's how they really look. That picture is tiny.
Yeah. They pretty small looking robot. It's under 20 feet tall, so it's about 18 feet tall.
Oh, that thing's tiny.
Yeah, it's tiny. It looks like this.
It's a baby robot.
It looks pretty mean, though.
Yeah.
And
Sorry, you said there was one robot?
Yep, one robot, 4 power armor and 12 Skelebots.
Okay.
All pointing their guns at you.
Yeah, that's...
He's pointing the gun, and he also has like that nasty fork thing in his other hand that he's kind of has at the ready. You don't really have to point missiles. But no, missiles are not actively pointed at you. They are there, yes. He has a missile launcher.
As a side note, I really hate the art they do for that robot in every way except for the cover one.
Oh yeah, it looks awesome on the cover.
Yeah, like I hate that they went with the cartoony. Yep.
Actually.
Yeah, because that robot like legit looks fucking badass, but like in the cartoony versions, it just looks more of a joke. Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
what the hell they were going for with like that art style. It was awful.
All right, so the intercom comes from the robot and says, "Take off your helmet."
I really don't want to. Which thing? The
Take
human
off
thing?
your helmet and drop to your knees.
They're gonna have me do the same thing though.
It's addressing you assume.
Do we fight? Fuck. Okay, Willow launches a plasma bolt.
All right. Yep. So we roll initiative,
Yeah.
as to be expected.
Yeah. Like,
You could choose to die later instead of die now.
first of all, nat 20 on initiative.
Nice. That is.
Willow was totally prepared.
Okay. And I'm for some reason not prepared.
Too many other things.
Poncho got a 15. Yeah, I'm putting it up
Would
in a second.
Willow have had time to like go into her metal form before doing that? Your call. I mean, out of game, I probably should have said that she probably would have turned into that going out there, but I wasn't thinking in terms of Willow at the time, so it was my stupidity.
That's fine. That seems like a reasonable thing for her to do. So, all right.
So as long as you're okay with that, then yes.
Yep, I'm totally fine with that.
So nat 20, total of 23, which they just yelled at me for trying to type in. There we go.
Yeah, I think you usually have to put it in twice for some reason.
It's like, hey, stupid, 23 is not a real number. It's like,
okay.
yeah, it is.
Excuse me?
Yeah, they're like, duh.
Nah. Okay.